Which, with all the changes in weather, it's like, if you're from Texas, you know. If you're not, then let me tell you, like, Texas weather, there's a saying that goes, if you don't like the weather in Texas, just wait 10 minutes, because it changes every 10 minutes. Like, the other day, it changed three or four times in one day. It was like almost 70 degrees. Then it went down to 40 something degrees, and then it went back up to like low 70s, high 60s, and then it froze. I was just like, what am I supposed to do? So you have to carry a closet inside your car just so you can be prepared. Anyway, but I get super dry skin and like then oily skin at the same time because of all these changes in weather, and my skin gets all irritated because allergies are awful. You can spray this and like rub it on your nose and to help with like inflamed areas or chapped lips and stuff. I wouldn't, it's not going to taste good, so like try not to like get it in your mouth or whatever. But if you get some like really bad chapped lips, I mean, just like press it on there and like then you can wipe it off or put chapstick on it or something. But anyway, that's my first tutorial. I hope y'all enjoy it. If you have any questions, feel free to comment, or comments just like, you know, keep it civil and all that good stuff. And I hope it works out really well for you. Let me know if it works, if you try it out. Like, I'd love to hear. And yeah, y'all have a great one. Bye. Hey everyone, so this is my tutorial for my DIY toner. It's for both men and for women. It's definitely an aftershave toner. You can use it honestly anytime, but its purpose is as an aftershave toner to help cool and soothe the skin and prevent razor burn and ingrown hairs and all that kind of good stuff. All the things that you don't want. So, this is one that I've already made. Right here, you can see it has this little, it's in a pink bottle, obviously. And I'm just going to show y'all how to make it, but since I don't need to make any right now because we're still good. This is like the last batch. I made this batch months ago. It was definitely, I mean, it could have been October that I made this. It lasts for a really long time, and I have a little bit of a hack to get around the negative side of doing your DIY stuff, especially like natural DIY skincare, is that it doesn't last very well. So one thing that I like to do is I'll just show you. So what goes in here is aloe vera, rose oil, essential oil, and witch hazel. Now you can also add and take out certain things. Two of the main ingredients that you have to have is witch hazel and aloe vera. You can use fresh aloe vera. The thing is, this works great. It already has all of the preservatives inside of it, so it'll last longer. Usually with natural beauty products, you have to keep them in the refrigerator and they'll last maybe 1 to 2 weeks. Because these already have the preservatives in them, and not all preservatives are bad. You know, we need preservatives to keep our food fresh longer. It's up to you. If you want to do it fresh, you can go scrape some aloe vera and muddle it up real good, or put it in a blender or whatever you want to get it all smooth. And you can substitute it for the gel, okay? It's up to you what you want to do. I use this because it lasts longer, it's easier, and it works great. So this is from H-E-B if you're in Texas. It's the HEB Solutions Aloe Vera After Sun Gel with pure aloe vera. You don't need much. This bottle has lasted me like over a year. I don't tan, I don't go out into the sun, so I don't really get sunburned. But I do use it for shaving, if I'm having like a skin reaction, that kind of stuff. Because ultimately it's for soothing aggravated skin. So, and then you need like a little bottle. It doesn't matter if it's pump, spray, whatever. It's your personal preference. I like spray because this is liquid enough to just spray straight on the face or wherever, underarms, legs, bikini area. It's all good. Just for disclaimer's sake, if you haven't used any of the products before, do a little patch test on like the inside of your elbow. Wait 24 hours and see if you have a reaction. That's how you should test anything you put on your skin. It's called a patch test, and it's to see if you're going to have an allergic reaction. We use it in the beauty industry for dyes or hair products and stuff, to see if, because some people do have very sensitive skin or allergies or whatever. Better to find out on the crook of your elbow than all over your face or all over your legs or your bikini area. That would suck. So yeah, don't jump in if you have sensitive skin, you know you have sensitive skin, or you're just unsure. Test it first, you know, on an area not your face. Anyway, so yeah, I like the spray bottles the most. Variations that you can do is, so like I add rose. It's Rose Absolute. This is Aura Cassia brand, and it's in jojoba oil or jojoba, whatever people pronounce it differently or whatever. But I really love this one. There's a ton of different brands out there. You choose which one that you like. I got this from like Fiesta. This has lasted me 4 years. 4 years. This is 5 mLs, 0.5 fluid ounces, and it's lasted me 4 years. So then your basic witch hazel, again, this is HEB brand. I buy pretty much everything HEB brand. And then you can add serum to it if you want to. If you're into serums, a vitamin C serum, vitamin A serum. I wouldn't do anything like a retin-A or anything like that. Do things on the more natural end, you know. I mean, you could also, I mean, this already has jojoba in it, but you can add, if you want it more moisturizing, you can add more jojoba. Anyway, you can do that. You can switch out the essential oil. Like if you don't like rose smell, that's fine. I'm actually waiting for some more essential oils to come in because I'm going to make a beard oil for my husband too, because he gets split ends in his beard really badly, and he's growing out his goatee more, or his chin beard, and so I'm going to make a beard oil for him. And like you could put sandalwood or frankincense or tea tree, but I would use very sparingly on those. Like add 1 drop and like test it out. You know, you're gonna have to play with it on your own as well if you want to mess around with the ingredients. But I'm just giving you like the basic steps to it. So when you have your spray bottle, mine obviously would be empty if I were making this. I don't really measure. I'm not a big measurer. When it comes to these things, I know it may be silly, like doing it more intuitively, but what I like to do is I'll fill this about, I don't know, halfway, three-quarters of the way full with aloe, and then I'll add the witch hazel into it until I get like a more liquidy, I don't know if you can see that. It's pretty liquidy. You know, this is a thick gel. I'm turning this upside down and it's not moving. You have to shake it to move. You're trying to dilute it. Witch hazel is amazing for helping heal. It's not only antiseptic, but it does help with pain relief. So when you do have those razor burns and or little nicks and stuff like that, you use witch hazel and it takes the sting out of the cut or the burn. And it's a little bit more mild than, say, using apple cider vinegar. But that is also another thing that you can add into it. You know, I would add very, very small amounts of apple cider vinegar, like maybe a teaspoon, into something like this. But you can absolutely do that. Apple cider vinegar is great for your skin. So, like I'm saying, like you can switch it up. Some people really hate the smell of vinegar. So if you don't like the smell of vinegar, I mean, obviously you use essential oils to kind of balance it out, but some are really repulsed by it. So, you know, don't use it if you're not going to want to use it. Yeah, I didn't mean to rhyme there. So yeah, anyway, dilute it with the witch hazel. And then I get, you can also add like rose water in here. Like I have a rose water glycerin mix that I like to use as an overall toner and stuff. And sometimes I'll put it in the shave mix too. Glycerin is a moisturizer, so it does give that little bit of a moisturizing agent to it. But, you know, depends on your skin type as well. I do have a combination skin, but I do get dry, and I get dry and oily in the same places, which I don't understand. It's like right here, but then I also get oily like right here, but dry, then oily. It drives me nuts. But anyway, so how much rose you want in it, it's up to you. I believe I put about 3 drops in here, and my husband was very happy with it. He didn't mind the floral scent at all. It has the slightest, like really nice rose scent to it, but you know, you can add more or less. It's totally up to you. And then of course, if you're switching it with, I just love the smell of roses. So nice. If you are switching up the essential oil with like very popular ones for guys, cedarwood, clary sage, sandalwood, those are good ones. That's pretty much what encompasses most guys' products when you smell guys' products in stores. I mean, if you want to switch it up, lavender is great for your skin. Lavender oil, that'll also help with calming the skin. And let's see, I would stay away from like cinnamon, or you can use eucalyptus or tea tree as well. Very, very sparingly. I mean, try a drop and test it out, because those are such strong, I mean, they have antiseptic properties, which is great to prevent breakouts and stuff like that, but they can also be very irritating and overpowering if you have sensitive skin. So and then research. Don't just, if you're not sure about an essential oil, research its properties, as far like how it is used for skin, for topical purposes. You don't want to, like, cinnamon can be very irritating. You can also have reactions to cinnamon if you use it topically too much and too powerfully. A long period of time. I used to rub cinnamon extract on my wrist, and I was doing it, and a friend of mine's mom, who also is a practitioner and is just like a guru when it comes to essential oils and all that good stuff, was like, checked me on it and told me, like, you don't want to do that. Like, if you want to have cinnamon, like, roll on, like, you can do it, but use a carrier, you know, be very sparingly with it. You can, she told me that, and I haven't looked it up myself, so I'm just trusting her word on it, but if you use pure cinnamon on your skin for too long, you can actually form an allergic reaction to cinnamon. Anyway, so I've just kind of stayed clear of it being a topical thing, although I will, like, use it in sprays and stuff like that, or like one drop in a carrier oil just for like a little lift, because I love the smell of cinnamon. So once you have it all in the vial, just shake it. That emulsifies it and mixes it all together, and then you're all set. And you can just spray it, and it does a, you know, a good mist to it. You can also get, it smells so good. What are they called? Oh my goodness. You can spray these like straight on your face. If you don't like things sprayed on your face, which I understand, because this spray bottle, it's not a, oh my gosh, what is it called? Not, a fine mist spray bottle, like some I forget the specific name for them, but to where it's like super fine mist, you know, and it's not aerosol, but you know, it imitates aerosol. If you use like setting sprays or anything like that, I mean, you know that fine mist or whatever, Cover Effects has a really good setting spray nozzle, and it's just like the finest mist. Anyway, if you don't want to spray things on your face, get it like a cotton pad and spray it on there, and then just dab it on all the affected areas. And this is great, like I said, anytime. Definitely after shaving to prevent all that stuff, but ultimately, I mean, you wash your face, put this on there, and it'll feel amazing. You have sunburn, you want, you know, use it on sunburns, all that good stuff. Irritated, I get like, not rosacea, but when my skin's irritated, I've been using an aloe gel